explains the process of creating parametric parts in a software environment. It illustrates how to define variables, associate them with geometric elements, create parametric entities, and save drawings with parametric conditions. It emphasizes the importance of question commands for user input, repositioning commands in the list, saving as fixed geometry or with parameterization, and managing variables when multiple parts are added to a drawing. TUD parts are created based on all entities of an active group. The construction commands are saved with the part geometry and dimensions. This way, parameterizations are also saved, allowing the creation of families of parametric parts in a very simple and intuitive way. In the next videos, we will create parametric parts and add them into a single drawing called R0. This way, we will be able to test different applications for parametric parts. Create a rectangle that contains parametric elements. In solid face, I can insert comments in the command list, using the comment function, listing the two variables that we will define to create the rectangle. L length of the rectangle. Press Enter key to repeat the last command. H height of the rectangle. See the comments in the command list. Creating variables L and H with the create variable function. See the list of variables. Creating the rectangle and associating it with these two variables. At this point, we can create a parametric rectangle in two ways. The first one, create the rectangle entity indicating the variables L and H already defined. These variables will be automatically created. Define the dimensions and indicate the L and H variables associated with the rectangle. To show the second alternative, let's cancel the rectangle command. Now, create the rectangle with the associated dimensions, and then edit them with the variables L and H. If we are going to create a 2D parametric part from this geometry, we must create questions for the user to define the value of these variables when the part is read from the library. Inserting comment on the variable with question command. Using the variable menu function, associate variable with a question. Variable L and the question. Define the rectangle length. Variable H and the question. Set the rectangle height. The questions were stored in the command list. Saving the drawing as D0. Note, the questions commands associated with the L and H variables are defined after the rectangle command. These questions must be defined before the rectangle function, as parametric commands can be repositioned in the list. Let's reposition the questions before the rectangle command. This way the questions will be shown to the user and then the rectangle will be processed. In the list of commands, click the right mouse button to open the quick menu. Use the relocate block of commands function. Select the beginning of the block and the end, and then click on the rectangle command. The questions will be repositioned before the rectangle. Let's visualize the variables in the dimensions. Creating a 2D part with the name PD0. Let's create a new drawing with the name R0. With the same function that was used to insert a symbol. Insert a TOOD part or a symbol. Insert the part. The system detects that it is a parametric part. After that, a dialog box is shown. If we choose to save as fixed geometry, the geometry resulting from the parameterization will be saved according to the defined parametric condition, but with fixed measurements. A 2D part once added to a drawing cannot be parametrically reprocessed. If we set the Keep Parameterization option, the part is saved in the active group together with its parametric conditions. Let's keep this option selected. If the active group is empty, which is our case, the part can be saved as if it were normal group commands. In other words, it would not be saved as a part entity. This option is interesting when we want to copy a group from one drawing to another group or to another drawing together with its parametrization or original commands. Instead of using Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V because it copies only the geometry, not its commands list. In this case, we want to save it as a part entity. Activate the option. If empty group, save as part. Defining the values for the variables L and H. The variables were saved in the drawing as L0 and H0. If we add a second rectangle to this group, the variables would be saved as L1 and H1. Every time a parametric part is inserted into a drawing, the variables will receive a suffix indicating which part they belong to. In the list of variables, edit the variable L0. See the result.